Alrighty, so we have Loki, who is brand new, and I've got to say, he's probably going to end up shaping into one of my favorite characters of all time. Just because I love RNG characters, even though in 2 weeks when I'm trying to push for Challenger and I'm losing games because of it, I'm going to be pissed off. Completely fair, because hey, that's what RNG is. So this character is awesome. I'm actually super glad that they're starting to finally pad out the giant team a little bit. So we're going to be using giants today, even though I'm pretty sure his applicable allies, do include Ragnarok, which is fine, but honestly, I just want to run giants because I think giants are cool, and they've never been cool. So, like, there's literally, I don't think there's ever been a giant meta other than, like, I think there was, like, a chaos PvP or some sort of, like, weird PvP rule thing that went on at some point where giants were actually somewhat decent, but overall, yeah, I think it was with Aaron. I think it was Chaos PvP when Aaron came out and people were running Festival Deanne and some stuff. Even then, pretty short-lived. Aaron sucks. Get over it. So, character's pretty cool. If you don't know, for each applicable ally participating in battle, their basic stats increase by 6%, and the hero's damage increases by 15%. So that's pretty good. I built him for HP defense at the moment. Who knows? I don't know if he's going to be a great damage dealer or not, so I may end up building an attack set for him at some point. But his big thing is he applies King, Queen, or Jack on applicable allies at the start of the battle. Taking damage from a skill during the enemy's turn changes the effect. If two or more allies have the same effect, an additional effect is applied for one turn at the start of the ally's turn. So you're basically just swapping all of these buffs, and the more of your teammates that have the same buff, the better off you're going to be. So the King buff is basic stats 15%, additional effect is all stats are plus 10%. So I think the additional effect is this, yeah. So if two or more of the same hero, so if two people have King, they get 10% all stats. Queen is max HP 10%, damage taken minus 30%, and then if two people have Queen or more, you get a 60% damage suppression, which is good. That's a damage cap. Jack is attack-related stats is plus 10%, and then if two or more people have it, you get an additional 20% attack, which is cool. If three or more applicable allies have the same effect, King, Queen, Jack, at the start of the ally's turn, the hero gains the Joker effect for one turn, which is increased skill ranks. Damage dealt is plus 200%. So this is big. You do get it for 2 turns automatically when you use your ultimate. Not sure how likely that's going to be, considering the meta's kind of fast these days, but the Ragnarok team does kind of slow it down a little bit with Hell. So we'll see. Increases the hero's damage dealt with single target attacks by 30% for each buff applied to enemies, limit of 5. So that's actually good to know. I was not actually paying attention to that whenever I did my first initial match with him. But he does have a single target attack, which increases damage dealt for each King, Queen, or Jack on allies. And then he has an ethereal all target, which is 2 times crit chance, 2 times crit damage, and then damage dealt is 100% when the hero has King, Queen, or Jack. So if I think that's just all the time, right? Wouldn't that just be all the time? He doesn't never have not one on, but maybe I'm wrong. And then his ultimate actually has delete, which is cool. I've not seen a character with delete in quite a long time. And it's kind of a neat effect. It's not the greatest, I'll be honest. I should have read it a little bit more. I'm not sure if we're deleting the entire hand or not, but most of the time it's only good when you delete the entire hand. I know when Hijack Gother came out, his ultimate was pretty bad. Like, it was not good unless you had him 6/6, and like the only reason it was good then is because they could they could get their ultimates, and then you could basically just use the delete ultimate to get rid of their ultimates out of their hand and completely reset their gauge, which was cool, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, it was whatever. This team's pretty tanky, so I'm not going to be too worried about just going ahead and attacking a little bit here and there. They do have a damage cap on at the moment, so not thrilled about that. Plus, it looks like his Scold has the Tarmia link on, so we're actually going to disable ourselves, which is not great. We may be able to just push for Deanne's ultimate for next turn, but we'll see how that goes. Let's see. They have Queen, Queen, King on at the moment. I'm just now getting a good look at these like buffs above the head. Pretty cool symbols actually. So we have Jack. I think it was Queen, Jack. Okay. Well, there's that. He used his Deanne. Oh my god. Well, that's game. Skuld is so stupid, dude. Which this feels like another Demon team situation where Demon King came out, which is in place of Skuld at the moment, and it was like, all right, Skuld is good. Don't get me wrong, she is good. I've been using her for the past 2 weeks, and I do like her quite a bit. But obviously, in a team like this, if they don't attack into you, they can obviously just move cards, get ultimate gauge, boring kind of thing. It was kind of like the original Assault, the Green Assault Melee days, which I was not the biggest fan of, but yeah, I don't know. It can be a little boring. I'm glad that Loki is here to sort of mix things up a little bit. He's not like crazy. I mean, obviously, like I said, he is RNG based, so we'll see how that even goes as far as like the luck in the match, getting your buffs and stuff like that. We have 2 queens at the moment, so we do have a damage cap, which is nice. Or wait, no, we don't. Oh, never mind. That's Queen Deanne's or Deanne and King's damage cap, not Loki's. So we have 2 Jacks at the moment, which Jack was I think the attack related stats, and then the additional effect was the 20% attack, if I'm not mistaken. That was a lot of damage, actually. We're not killing. He had 1 stack on. Okay, not crazy damage. He kills Skuld. That's not good. Okay. Can we rely on Loki to win this? I actually don't know. That's pretty big. Let's get rid of some of these damage taken increases, I guess. I think his melee had the Grace on. That's really cool, by the way. Loki's just cool in general because he's God of Mischief. I think that he's just a very cool character. And the fact that I'm pretty sure there's like lore accurate stuff with him having dogs or something like that. So the fact that his single target card actually has a cool dog is pretty neat. I like that. The corrosion actually doing a little bit more than I was hoping for there. Our buffs did not align, unfortunately. Would have been nice to have a damage cap here. Him having all those pitch black sword stacks are kind of frightening. Plus, Cusack can deal some really big damage. Luckily, he doesn't have Rampage right now, so him relying on the melee cards more than I was hoping for. Oh, I have my Grace on him. I forgot. Doesn't matter. It's not enough. That's so unfortunate. That's actually more damage than I thought it was going to be. We have no problem killing Demon King here. But he has the Grace, does he not? He does. So let's do it like this. So that way, because I think we have enough stacks on Deanne to petrify melee here. Problem being, Cusack might still be able to do enough damage to kill my Deanne before I get my ultimate off. Because we have 5 damage to take in increases on. Oh, and Cusack does have a ult removal card, so that also might end up being an issue. He did, and he does use it. Okay. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Okay, we do live, though. Can I get another Deanne card? I assume it would be better to just use them separately. This actually looks good. Wow. That clutch is crazy. I'm not exactly sure who to use in the backline. We're using Matrona at the moment because her Holy Relic is like plus, I think, is it 25% basic stats for Giants? Or it might be 15. I think it's 25. But she's just a basic stat buffer because of her Holy Relic in the back. You can use any one you want. It doesn't really matter. So I'm not entirely sure if there's a better backliner to be using. Actually, wait, no, that's for fairies. I was going to say, doesn't Beta have a passive? But I'm pretty sure that's fairies. Ooh. Running the Estarossa is quite interesting. I don't know. I don't really think it's worth using the... whatchamacallit? Using the... Unity. Is it... Am I thinking about this wrong? What does this affect? The talent. Unities are not what I'm thinking of. We're not doing much at all, actually. That's really bad. He's going to gain 2 stacks here. Not seeing any Geldas anymore either, which is kind of crazy. Gelda came out and then Cusack came out and completely overshadowed her, which is kind of crazy. A bit unfortunate. This is probably going to hurt. Okay, he's double attacking, so we're going to get 2 counters off on him. But he has 2 stacks, so this might hurt. Yeah, we're not doing as much damage as I was hoping for. Oh, single target first. Kind of surprised by that play. Scold's dead, unfortunately. Wait, no. Wow, she's not dead? That's crazy. Decent lifesteal? Unfortunate. That's okay. Maybe. Would it be better to run Grace on her, I guess? Probably. Let's go ahead and get rid of those corrosion stacks, I guess. Let's break shields. I'm interested to try to use the single target card here. Maybe I need to be using that single target card turn 1. Not entirely sure there. Wow, okay. Not doing nearly as much damage as I was hoping for. Oh, this deletes on higher levels, actually. Okay, this is a decent play. Would have been nice if we could have gotten Loki's ultimate there. If he kills somebody, which I'm not sure if that's likely or not. I mean, if he goes for Matrona, no, because we don't have any Matrona cards in hand, so we won't even get it. He would have to kill Deanne here for us to draw Loki's ult. I've not even seen his ultimate, actually. I need to look at it. I've not seen the animation for it. I read the patch notes yesterday, and I was like, this guy's awesome. That was pretty much as far as it went. That was a lot of damage. Yeah. Man. I don't know. Maybe the Ragnarok team is the better way to play. I love Giants, but Giants just really, for one, they don't have a good backliner. This backliner is like, yeah, basic stats, but realistically still not good. So I don't love that. That's good. He's not immune anymore, so this will petrify, even though it doesn't kill. That's fine. We gain our ultimate, which is good. Him in the back, no ult removal. We're chilling. See, I don't know. It's like we're winning, but it just ends up coming down to Queen Deanne being the... or I keep saying Queen Deanne. It keeps coming down to King Deanne for the win, just because they're nice to have. I don't know. Let me swap to Ragnarok, maybe, and we'll try that. Okay, so unless I'm just forgetting something, which I definitely could be, I don't think the Ragnarok team has a good backliner either. I'm using Freyr at the moment for his Holy Relic, which literally puts me in the same position that I was in with the Giant team, with Matrona. This is bad. This character actually does a really good job of cucking Scold, so I'm just going to double AoE here with the Loki. That's also bad. That means that we did not take a stack off. And we're gonna pop. This is really bad. Because we pop Final Flame on Escanor. Okay, it's not good. This is gonna go poorly. I can feel it. We do have damage cap on the Queens, which is something. But I don't think it matters on reflect damage. Not attacking with I can't even remember her name. Miwa? Oh, but we've got retrogression. I forgot. Okay, so we're chilling. I was like, we're screwed, because I gotta look at her name really quick. Is it Yiwa? Yiwa. Okay, I could not remember her name for some reason. Yiwa does a really good job at making sure that Escanor does, or not Escanor, Skull does not get crazy out of hand. So yeah, that's crazy. That, I mean, I don't know if it's a bot, but he definitely should have just attacked with Ewa first. But then again, the whatchamacallit, the retrogression saved us anyway, so it doesn't really matter. God, okay, we're at 1 HP with her, and I think the stack, no, it's not gone yet. Okay, that's actually great for us. We have a counter on Loki's more than likely going to die if it's an AoE, especially if it's Escanor, because he doesn't die until his stack goes off. So if he uses an Escanor AoE here, Loki's dead, but it's not the end of the world. Skipping your turn is wild behavior right here. That's ridiculous. What are you doing? I'm going to go for Loki's ultimate, because this is going to kill Escanor. I don't know why he played it like this. Wow, that actually did a lot more than I thought it was going to do. Holy. Did we have Joker on? No, we don't have Joker. Dude, I like Loki quite a bit. It's cool that the wolf is made of cards too. I just love. He's got that cool factor, and the RNG is awesome as well. Which I know some people are probably not gonna like the RNG part, but I think it's neat. Anyways, let's maybe hit Challenger right here, and then I don't know. We may end up messing around with some different teams. Not entirely sure, but so far I like him. Okay, what do we got? Demon team? Demon team, demon team. We have double AoE. Do they have Grace? Oh, they don't have Grace, actually. Okay. Let's do this then. Try to get rid of all these shields on everybody. Well, it's not going to get rid of Demon King's shield, unfortunately. So he's still going to have one stack, which is fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. We have King, King, Queen. So we get additional effect on King then, which is, I think it's 10% all stats. Yeah, 10% all stats. Okay, 10% all stats is big too. That's really good. Attack related stat buff. Why does he get attack related stats again? I can't even remember. Okay. You don't have taunt anymore, so, and you're running his talent, so why would I not just go ahead and try to kill him? Weird play. I don't know. I just don't think that Melee Liz meshes very well with this Demon King, so I don't like to run that personally. Prove me wrong. Okay. Lived way more than I thought he was going to. I thought we were for sure going to kill there with that kind of card setup. Guess not. I don't imagine he kills anybody here. Oh, he can't use the AoE actually, which is good because he's not going to be able to put his shield back up because of that. That's actually kind of nice. I like that to an extent. This is level 1 counter. Way more than I thought it was going to be. So stupid. This game is ridiculous. Yeah, that's dumb. Okay, well, I don't know. I think it depends on the use case. Maybe depends on like who you're going up against in the meta. Of course, like each one of them kind of has their strength. God, I forgot how tall Loki is. I mean, he is a giant, but he's tall. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on the use case, depending on whether you want to use the Giants or the Ragnarok team. But either way, I still think that Loki's kind of cool. Obviously, got to kind of play into your advantages, depending on what buffs you get, which is probably going to take me a little bit more practice before I'm actually like, oh, yeah, like I need to use this, I need to use that. This outfit's kind of cool, by the way, too. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the festival. I know it's been kind of here or there. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it, but as far as like the events and stuff like that goes, kind of meh, not in love with them, but at the same time, I do like both of the characters that we've gotten for this festival so far, and I think there's rumors about there being a collab coming soon, so we'll see how that goes. So either way, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys later.